The Uganda Allied Health Examinations Board assessed 6,006 candidates in the academic year of 2019-2020, where 4,829 passed, which represents 8.4%, while the rest are advised to repeat classes to satisfactory.
Diploma in clinical psychiatry, it had only one candidate. And that one candidate didn't make it. So he has to go back to school. It's unfortunate he was alone, he didn't make it.
While submitting these results to the Minister for Education and Sports, the board decried over the limited resources to carry on, which complicates science practicals, hence affecting the assessment and the general enrollment.
Some institutions and hospital practice sites are inadequately equipped to match the candidate numbers despite the government intervention to keep these health training institutions. Inadequate number of tutors in a number of allied health training institutions, and this negatively impacts on the candidates' performance.
Our prayer is that all these successful candidates get absorbed into the service and that their performance is guided.
Among other pertinent issues affecting the operations of the board include land grabbing, which administrators say affected the performance of the concluded academic year.
Students' learning and practical exposure was interrupted by some people who wanted to grab institution land. This consequently affected their performance in the examinations.
The minister recommended for the interministerial engagements to solve cross-cutting issues like land grabbing, among others.
I'd like to ask the PS to follow this up, and Jane can probably note for the PS now, to follow this up with his counterparts to strengthen the operations of the interministerial coordination. As stakeholders serving one government, we must relate and all work together to ensure quality training of health workers.
The Education Minister Janet Museveni has cancelled the results of the 15 candidates over engaging in examination malpractices as recommended by the board.
Cancel the results of the 15 candidates who were involved in examination malpractice.
The recommendations of the board to nullify results of candidates that contravened UAHEB's examination rules and regulations, and we will do our part.
Out of the 4,829 candidates who passed, 3,011 were male and 1,818 were female. These results are said to have suffered impacts of the COVID-19 lockdown, especially time lost for reasonable coverage. Abdul Nasir Lubama, UBC News.